As always, guys, thank you for stopping by to my channel, Being a Fine Figure. G Topo here. Today we're going to take a quick look at the Ultimate Warrior slash Dingo Warrior Mattel Series 11 Legends Target exclusive. This figure, now, I grew up following the career of the Ultimate Warrior when he was the Blade Runner, when he was in World Class, which I think this is from where he's from, World Class Championship Wrestling. I remember as a kid, we had ESPN was still young, and then they started broadcasting AWA and World Class Wrestling, and this is where I first saw him. And you know, back then that's where he used to wear the mustache. When he transitioned over to the WWF and his dark matches, and so he didn't have the mustache. He has shaved it off, but he still had the hair. The hair hadn't grown out yet, but very peculiar as to why they didn't market it as the Dingo Warrior instead of the Ultimate Warrior, because this is the Dingo Warrior with the alternate head of an Ultimate Warrior, obviously, but the character itself is the Dingo Warrior. When you look at the blog in the back, it does have Dingo Warrior on it, but I guess, you know, maybe the name is trademarked to somebody, who knows. But if the WWE owns all the rights, the library and stuff, I don't understand why, you know, maybe there was something that prevented them from packaging this as Dingo Warrior, not the Ultimate Warrior. But other than that, we're quickly gonna jump in there. Typical Legends, Target exclusive packaging there. Nice logo there, nice little artist rendition of the Ultimate Warrior, Dingo Warrior, accessories, alternate head, same picture on the side. Other figures in the line, 17, which I'll be skipping. I'm not too fond of those figures. I mean, I got like 3 or 4 Shawn Michaels as it is with that same look. I don't need another one. Another thing here, so I am going to open this up really quickly, and I will be right back. Okay, now the figure itself does have 3 sets of hands. It does have the mic grabbing hands. Does have open palm, which these are actually going to look great because I don't think I have an Ultimate Warrior with open hands. That it'll be great to put on one of my other. I only ever have one other Ultimate Warrior figure. I think it's a Royal Rumble one from a few years ago. And this will be great for doing the gorilla press slam poses. And then obviously it comes with the fisted hands that's on the figure as it is right now. And then it does come with this alternate head, which resembles a lot the Royal Rumble figure that I do have. Obviously the head detail on this is much better. This is just plain and simple, but we'll look at that later. But yeah, it's just the alternate head. But this figure itself, I am going to be pretty much displaying it just like it is, because, you know, not it gives me a Dingo Warrior and an Ultimate Warrior. Again, it feels like a basic figure, which I've started to notice that in a lot of the Target Legends. It does feel very plain and simple. You know, no butterfly shoulders, just basic simple figure. Articulation subpar at best. You know, it doesn't really go much. But as far as the detail in the head sculpt on it actually looks really good. Does really good. They did a good job. Now here again, it's very basic, very plain, not much articulation on the thing, but the face scan itself, it looks pretty good. I don't know if it actually looks like the Dingo Warrior at the time, but it's not bad. The tassels, again, we've seen this many times, different colors with the Warriors. These are painted on, just like a lot of the Warriors. So nothing fancy about that. Very small trunks. Kind of looks, yeah, kind of sets off, looks off. But you know, it's typical of basic figures. Knee pads do move around. Tassels there. The boots, nicely done on the boots. So yeah, I mean, it's very very simple for a basic figure passed on as a legend. So that's why lately I'm not really in a hurry to buy legends. And it's as you can tell, this one's already wonky. I mean look at that. So I'm not much. I mean I stop. In other words, I don't really, pre-order or I'm set on getting, the legends like I used to before, because they're just now just real basic figures with, with different paints on them. And they feel very cheap. This is very cheaply done. Now, the look of it, yes, I will, it's a Dingo Warrior. It's another version of the Warrior that being a fan of the wrestling of the early 80s, late 70s, early 90s and so on. I still watch it to this day, but not as enthusiastically as I used to watch it when I was a kid, with all the characters and stuff of my era. So a lot less jumping around. But yeah, the Legends Legends line is really not doing it for me. Is the figure great? No. Is it a must-have? No. I mean, I want it, because obviously it's it's part of something that I grew up, the Dingo Warrior, World Class Championship Wrestling, Von Erichs and so on. But it's not a really good figure. It's just the basic. They could have just packaged it as a basic, but they always want to get a couple extra more dollars on it. So again, I also only have one other Ultimate Warrior figure, which is the Royal Rumble, and even that one, I mean, it seems a little loose, but it feels, better. It looks like it's actually the same body type, but for some reason, this one feels a lot heavier. It feels a lot better. I mean, I don't know if you ever grabbed a basic or a regular elite. There's a difference to them in the weight and the articulation and all that, and you can tell. I mean, let's swap out this head, and I'll tell you exactly what I mean. I mean, when you look at the articulation of the head on this particular one, it's much better. You can see the highlights of the Warrior and stuff like that. Again, if it was just another Warrior, I wouldn't have gone in. But I basically just spend $20-something dollars just for this, because this is anything that really interests me. So, and that's exactly what I am going to post it in my display with that particular head. So, other than that, I could have done without it, but I did it for the head. And like always, guys, if you come this far, subscribe to my channel. Please like and share, and I will see you on the next time. Peace.